out to spectate actual AI in Warzone's casual mode, but what happened was far from what I was expecting. Along the way, I discovered secrets the developers don't want me to share, and the conclusion is mind-blowing. I knew it! Well, we're gonna be spectating BR casuals, and the goal is to actually spectate a bot. So to do that, I have to die to this. This right here is what I have to die to, because I'm incredibly curious as to how this is gonna go when I die to someone that isn't even a real person. As you can see in the bottom right, they are a level 50 bot. Interestingly enough, they also have a calling card and an emblem, and there's a lot of information that people actually have been spreading that isn't true at all. First of all, bots in this mode can be whatever level, okay? The way that I know this one's a bot is because they're constantly pulling their parachute. There's basically a few things that give away, is it a bot, is it not a bot? The first of which if you've ever watched my my Warzone mobile videos, you'll know that this is the case. The first of which is that they constantly pull their parachute, and there's no... Wait a minute. Okay, I think I found a bot. Okay, so I found a bot. Let me see if I let it kill me, can I spectate it? Now go ahead. You got it, buddy. Okay, the name is Uwu the DK. It's level 27. Let me spectate it. Look how they look, bro. That's so weird. Can I spectate a bot? I don't think it's gonna let me spectate it. I think if you die to a bot, it forces you to spectate someone random. Look how long it's taking. Oh, okay. Okay, cool. We got a bot. We got ourselves a bot. We got Uwu the DK. We are spectating a team of bots. And my curiousness is like how they move, how they interact with their environment. Because these are the players that you run up against while you're playing casuals. Now, to each their own. We've had a conversation in the past about whether or not casuals should be for everybody, whether or not there should be a barrier to entry. That's not exactly the point of this video. The point of this video, get down to brass tacks. Hey there, Editor Expel here to remind you to double check you are subscribed. Additionally, if you're in the market for a controller, the Expel Pro controller is actually on sale along with any custom built controller up to $450 in value over at expel.gg for only $189 plus shipping when you use code Expel. So if you want to improve, go grab you one before the sale ends. Anyway, back to the video, right? We want to know what the hell is going on with these AI in the matches. Now, watching the kill cam, you could see it was a little funky, but it's interesting to see that it's grabbing stuff from buy stations. One, I didn't know that they could buy things. I guess they do buy back their teammates now that I think about it. So that kind of makes sense. They're rocking about $2,000 here. I am curious how these are programmed. It looks like they're very slow to loot, like incredibly slow to loot. They don't have an idea of grabbing everything at once. They just keep going back and forth and they can't make a decision. Like there's a real lack of decision-making skills for these bots. It just keeps running around. I wonder, so one thing that I'm interested in is I wonder if they can see the way that we see. Now, this is kind of, this is a little existential, right? But we've created AI, obviously. And my question is, do they see visually, or is there only like code that they understand? Because for us, we understand it with our brain, right? We see, okay, this is here, we can hit this, we can grab this. For them, it seems like what just happened? It just kicked me off the bot. So bots just disappear. The whole team, their whole team just disappeared. What the hell? Bro, BR Casual is so weird. The interesting thing is, as you can see, we've got a level 55 here. We've got a Prestige Master 73. The other two guys are dead on their team. They're fighting a bot right there. This is so weird. I mean, I'm not like super interested in seeing these players. He bought back a teammate. Let's go check out old Brian here. Brian floating in from the sky, level 55. So he's real. Everybody on their team has to be real. From what I can tell, if you dive in and you have Phil on, you will either get real players or no players. There seems to be no in between. I'll tell you what, we're gonna try this one more time. I'm gonna go back in, we're gonna find a bot, and I'm gonna see if I can spectate them any longer, or if they're actively keeping us from spectating bots for some reason. So once again, we have ourselves a bot here, right? We're sitting here, we got this bot right here, and it should be able to eliminate me. So what I'm gonna do, try and die to, it just stuck me. Oh my God, it literally stuck. Look how bad, look how bad. Some people are out there saying that bots are crazy good at the game. Y'all gotta calm down, all right? Okay, so right here, you see it's the same bot. And then we press spectate, it's still on double, still on double. Still working, and it changed. It did it again. It did it again. It doesn't want me to damn it, we're doing it again. What the what? Oh my God, there's a real guy. Yo, that's my bad. That's on me. Okay. All right, this one's an actual bot. I felt like an absolute. Damn. Stop it. Ignoramus is what I feel like, an absolute goof ball. An absolute goober. This time we are once again going to go fly in and find an actual bot. I don't know what's going on or why they don't want me to spectate bots, but it feels like they're clearly not interested in letting your boy spectate a bot. One thing I am kind of curious about, can you actually land in this tree? Because I thought you... No, okay, I guess not. Let's go see if we can find a bot real quick. Hopefully, we don't actually run into real players, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this helicopter. This guy seems like a bot for sure, right? As a bot. What the what? I can't, was that real? No, hold on. Ow. Look at this is so weird. So the question is, does it let me spectate the dude? I want to spectate him. That's the next step. All right. Okay, here we go. Still on him. Still on Deer Reaper. Then we go in, we click spectate. We still have Deer Reaper. Let's see if it stays. Stay. Oh, we're here. Hey, perfect. We are still on Deer Reaper. Okay, so we're spectating more bots. This is so weird. Okay. Was there a specific amount of time that it took before it split us off into spectating someone else? Does the system not want you to spectate bots? It feels like maybe there's a reason for it. Or maybe when they get spectated, the game kicks the whole team out. I don't know. I mean, it seemed like before, it literally just made it disappear, right? That seems like he's dying to a real player over there. Do I get to see it in the gulag? That's my question, really. If he dies, do I follow it to the gulag to see it die to some real person? He's got $1,100. It's weird that they all just play like this. Okay. It seems like they know the exact position of the enemies at all times. Okay, so absolutely slammed. Ironically, the other bot, and it goes to the other guy. I don't understand. What is happening in these lobbies? This is so weird. This is so freaking weird. Right? Like, am I crazy? First of all, we got a level 132 going absolutely smackdown versus raw mode right now. I just want to put that out there. Like, this is insane. Old boy's like trying his ass off in BR casuals, right? Interesting. At this point, I think we have to stick through. There is something going on with these bots. Of course, we're going to do it again after this match, but I do want to spectate out and see what happens with this guy. I also want to see what's the rest of his team looking like. Sitting on a rooftop. Pushing over to Superstore. And Mach 10 sniping a guy at Superstore. So I think this is going to be our demon out of the team. The other guys seem super casual. This guy hops in and he obviously is trying to do something. He's got a KSV. He keeps ADSing at everything, which is very interesting to me. He's going to grab a loadout most likely. Double smoke is interesting. My guess, AK-74 paired with an HDR. Is it a bot? I think it's a bot. It is. It's a bot. And you know how I know? Because they don't see things. They just know where players are. This is so weird, bro. Look, I know it's casual mode, but it is so freaking weird. So if you've ever played, oh wow, MP5 with a, what? He's rocking a C9 with a Cypher? C9 with 30 rounds in it? What is the deal? I might have to do this more often. This is a super interesting thing to do. I mean, maybe we hop in and we do it on repeat where we run into bots and we just check them out. But this has me so confused. Why is he running like this? Bro's being a weirdo. Come on, buddy. You got it. Staring at the blank page before you, running over to your teammates. Let the sound illuminate the world so you can... I don't know how it goes. I'm not gonna lie to you. For something in the distance, so close you can almost taste it. Please go find a friggin' bot, man. Feel the rain on yours. Sorry, a little too much. I don't know. I'm very confused across the board. Obviously, you know that I've said it 40,000 times, but I don't have an explanation for this. There's a lot of times where, you know, I've played so much of Warzone that pretty much everything I can tell you how it's going to happen, right? Everything has an explanation. Sometimes people catch me off guard. You know, it happens. That's just something that happens in Warzone. But usually I can pretty much tell you how each situation is going to go based on how everybody's playing. One, this guy's playing like a weirdo. Two, the team that I was watching, the bots, the second they died, I was spectating this guy. It just insta-kicked me to him. I don't know why Activision doesn't want us to spectate the bots, but they don't. He just totally missed a guy down below to his left. There's a bot in the staircase coming up. Or a real person, I don't know. This has me lost. I mean, this guy's acting like a demon, but it's like he has the game sense of a baby seal, bro. I just don't get it. Like, he's obviously good. He's got good shots. But it's like he just... maybe... Here's the thing that worries me about BR Casual, right? The thing that worries me is that, one, a lot of people use this as a warm-up. And I'm not trying to take away from anybody using it as a warm-up. There's absolutely nothing wrong with it. When I talk about stuff, I want you to know I don't care how you play. It genuinely does not matter to me in the slightest. I don't care what you're doing. It doesn't matter to me. But my concern for the people that do care about improving and stuff like that is that they're going to hop on and they're going to use this as a warm-up. And the only thing it's warming up is them being able to aim. Because you don't learn to properly rotate with this. Someone in my video where I talked about the current downfalls with casual mode and like sweats taking over and stuff like that. Someone in the comments of that mentioned, hey, you know what? Everybody's using this mode to get better and learn how to rotate and know how to play the game. That's not the case. This is purely a mode just so that you can hop on and not think, right? At least for 90% of players. I'm not saying there aren't players that don't use this to learn that. But the problem is if you are trying to do that, you're kind of screwing yourself over. Because when you pay attention to what's really happening in this mode and the way that people play, these guys are acting like dumbasses. These guys are holding the edge, trying to fight people when they have hundreds of meters to go. That is not something you do in BR. You can do it in casual because you know there's a very low likelihood of you dying. But if you're trying to improve, you don't play like this. You just don't. There's no understanding of how circles work if you play like this. You're not attempting to know how circles work. This guy right here specifically is just trying to maximize his eliminations. Also, he's pre-ADSing at the guy around the corner, which was a little weird to me, but he did see him on the map, so I can't argue. These guys are bots. I'm not talking smack. I'm saying they look like literal bots. And it's kind of tough because, I mean, you saw a minute ago, that guy in the gulag, I was fighting him and I thought he was a bot. And then all of a sudden he turned and just slammed my ass, which is wild, by the way. Wild. This guy clearly great shots, no understanding of how to play BR. I think he's just purely here to either warm up, to get his shot on, or something like that. But I'm just kind of curious to see where this goes, how it leads into, you know, these guys in the end game. He's popping good shots. I mean, he's got an understanding of. Oh, he just killed himself. No, he just killed himself. This is crazy. Oh, there's another guy on his left or behind him. One or the other. I can hear the footsteps. There were footsteps. I don't know what's going on, dude. He's got $13,000. His best bet is to go ahead and get a self-revive and a UAV. Or 2 UAVs. And why the f did you do them both? I don't understand. Now, to be clear, this is the kind of player that a lot of people don't want in their lobbies. Now, at the end of the day, you know, it's entirely up to you how you feel about it. Frankly, I don't give a shit. This is a mode for everybody. It doesn't have any locks on it. Everybody's allowed to play it. It would be nice to see everybody play casually. Some people's casual is way, way, way higher than other people's casual. For all we know, this guy's an absolute demon and he's not sweating. He's playing his casual because he's just that much better. So it's kind of a hard thing to say this person shouldn't be allowed or this person shouldn't be allowed. And then some people are like, you should do 1 to 2 KD, 3 to 4 KD, like stuff like that, and bracket the players. Then at that point, again, what the is the point? Because then you're literally not playing casually. I mean, there's a lot of different ways that you can lock certain players out of the mode or force people to play against other players or this, that, or the other thing. But I think it defeats the purpose of the mode. So for me personally, I don't see the point in locking anybody out. If you want to see my full, you know, explanation for that, I highly recommend my video recently about talking about how casual mode has a problem. Incredibly insightful video if you actually listen and pay attention before you start commenting dumb shit in the comments, because let me tell you, there were hundreds of people that immediately started giving their opinions without listening to what I was saying and told me how wrong I was. And I mean, that's kind of what you get when people don't think, and that's okay. I'm not talking smack or anything. I'm just saying clearly people give their opinions on what they think I'm going to say without actually listening to what I have to say. And that's to be fair, that's kind of what it's like to be in the public eye, right? People honestly aren't that bright most of the time, and they have half-cocked opinions based on information that isn't true. That's life. That's humanity. Such is life. Such is humanity, you know? But I'm curious to see how this guy plays throughout the match. It looks like he's getting a little bit further into the circle, but he's trying to play the edge because I'm guessing these bots maybe play the edge a little bit more. This is clearly, again, a bot. Fire sale. He's got $3,000. His play would probably be to grab a vehicle, rotate over to a buy station, grab a UAV. It sucks that I can't see his... Sorry, I'm just noticing all of these players are sticking together, by the way. Does that make this guy the asshole? Like, if they all die in a minute, does that make Umbuli the asshole? I'm just curious. He's wearing the sweatiest skin of all time. No, look, again, I don't give a shit how you play this mode. Doesn't matter to me in the slightest. It's just interesting to watch it unfold, basically. Because when I play this mode, the only time I'm gonna play it, and I'm not interested in playing it and recording and posting videos on it all the time. I don't want to hop in and just sweat on people and try and look like I'm a cool cat. That does not matter to me in the slightest. Frankly, I don't really care how people feel about me. I've had to get over that because I do this all the time for a living, right? So being in the public eye, I've got people that send me death threats, you know, and you just have to filter people out. But I mean, I don't know, man. It is just a weird thing watching this and seeing him miss all those shots, honestly. Now, I'm hoping we get into another game and we kind of get to see a team that's actually sticking together, right? That would be my goal. But clearly, Call of Duty doesn't want us to spectate bots, so I'm doing the best that I can with getting that. But I can't repeatedly hop in, watch a bot for 8 seconds, and then leave. That just doesn't work. Right here, I'm 90% sure those are bots because... Maybe it's not. No, they're full sweating. Oh, he got shit on. That's crazy. See, had he gotten a self-revive earlier, he would have been up. He probably would have lived. And now, as you can see, his team's rolling up. These guys are sweating their ass off. Whoa. So Umbuli still had...
Hey, bro. Oh, I hate when niggas just hold and wait. This should be the most ass play ever.
It is so interesting to me that people would get angry in this mode. Just a little reminder. There are 120 bots in this mode and 28 real players. That means that your team has to fight only 6 other real teams. So fussing about anything is so insanely, 1, self-centered, 2, ignorant, and 3, honestly, you just sound like a dumbass, right? You can't, I'm sorry, y'all just missed this man just splat the ground. Umbuli just splatted the ground. I'm so sorry, I shouldn't have had it zoomed in on my face, but my man just came straight down. He was like, nah, I'm good, I got it. It looks like they took his guns, bro. They literally took old boy's guns. Now, anytime that I've played casual mode, by the way, what I've noticed is that your teammates will stack a crap load of cash and then absolutely never do anything with it. I think that they genuinely don't know they can use it half the time. I think they don't recognize they have that much money because they've got $35,000 right here. And I'm not saying that they should spend it on this, that, or the other thing, but they could spend it on a UAV, a self-revive. None of them have self-revives. That guy could have bought selfies for the whole team. They still would have had money left over for UAVs for information. And they would have been much better off than they are currently. But obviously, these are lower skilled players aside from Umbuli? I don't know how to say his name. Is that an Indian name? Does anybody know what kind of name that is? Like the origins of it? The BH to me is the only reason I guessed that. It's not like I truly have any idea. This is clearly a bot. So this guy's sweating his dick off is at 15 kills, right? 15 eliminations. He's still rocking that C9 and the Cypher. I'm curious if he really loves it or if he's just not leveled up any weapons, right? That's a bot for sure. And he misses. That is insane. The bot throws a nade and lays down. I almost want to hop in and just run around and run into bots. just to learn more about this mode, learn about the bots, and see how they interact. But the weird thing is I'm telling you, the way that they aim doesn't make sense. It's literally, they don't have to see you. If you are, you know what? It kind of is like cheats, right? Because if you've ever seen a video where someone uses cheats, you'll know that when they use cheats, what ends up happening is that these guys will not necessarily see you like visually, but they have a little box or like a skeleton or whatever that changes color whenever you are able to be shot. So I bet the way that they set up cheats has to do with the same way that they set up AI in this mode. I wonder the crossover between the way that cheats are built and the way that AI is built for Warzone. This is all so interesting. It also feels incredibly existential. I'm not gonna lie. See, this is kind of the reason why you don't want to use the Cypher, by the way, is it's just not a good gun. I think he's just using it because he's got it ranked up and it looks cool with his little camo on it. Because he's got gold, he doesn't have anything higher than that. He doesn't even have a super high camo on the other. Oh, he's dead. The other guy didn't even shoot. I wonder if the bots do a lot of like camping and sniping, or if they just run around like chickens with their head cut off. Is there anyone in the comments that mains this mode that can kind of share more detail about stuff? Because, you know, a lot of things that you see in the comments is all bots are level 1. That's how you know they're bots. That's not the case. We already saw that. That is not the case. People say, oh, bots can't kill you. That's also not the case. I don't even know where that one came from. I've clearly died to bots multiple times. People say the bots change in difficulty. I don't think that's true. I don't. I think you're just getting caught off guard, or you're dying to real players. I think the bots are consistently recruit to regular level bots, and that's it. They don't go above that. I think it's literally recruit to regular, and I don't think it changes. I think there's still skill-based matchmaking in this mode, but because there's so few teams, it's super easy to throw in a certain amount of players. But I'm curious to see someone that mains this mode and their personal thoughts on what's going on. Now, of course, there is a chance that these guys win. Oh, that's a real player. Yellow needs to help out here. This guy's challenge super heavy. It's gonna get him killed. I told you, I knew. I mean, I knew. Absolutely slammed. Rico gets the kill. So we're still spectating here. We are on the same team.
Good trap.
Oh, he's already back. All right, so Umbuli coming back in. Let's see if he splats again. Almost. I bet Umbuli is, I bet he's lagging. Because some of his shots seem pretty stupid, right? It's so weird how that guy was laying on the ground and he couldn't figure out how to shoot, bro. That's got me thrown. That's got me seriously thrown. He needs to grab plates. Get a selfie, bro. I can't deal with it, bro. I really can't. I just can't deal with it, dude. Did you know that buying back your teammates is cheaper in this mode, by the way? Super cheap. It's like $26.50, I think. So as it stands right now, if you check, there are 6 teams left, 13 players. We've got 4 on this team. Well, 5 teams left, 12 players. We've got 4 people on this team alive, which means there's only 8 players in 4 other teams, meaning it's probably a bunch of duos or 1 quad and a bunch of solos. Or just lesser teams. My curiosity is whether or not all the players remaining at the end of the match are going to be real teams, because I bet not. I bet there's still going to be bot teams in the match. That guy, if you make it up top, obviously bots don't do parkour. We can see how they were playing a second ago. So the guy up top is real. They're down to 3. Green has $16,000. Yellow goes for the buy. Mach 10 coming back in. Umbuli's gonna die, dude. This guy's playing like he's never played in his life. To be fair, he could be maybe like a zombie main, and he's not used to the movement. And then that's why he's gotten to level 132, because zombies, you do rank pretty fast in that. In the higher levels, you could get a prestige done in like 3 hours, realistically. So, I just want to see what happens. I mean, these guys are playing hella slow. Very scared, which is fine. There's nothing wrong with it. I mean, it's kind of what you expect, right? So, fun fact, you can't really shoot through walls unless you have FMJ now. They changed that for all the weapons from Black Ops 6. That way, there's no unnecessary penetration. Crazy way to put that. See, I told you he's lagging his dick off. That's what's going on. He's lagging. That's why he splatted earlier. I mean, maybe all the teams left. Oh, he's dead. He's dead. I think this guy is from India, and I think he has bad ping, and I think he VPN'd into this lobby so that he could get a game more quickly. Which is weird because India has a lot of people, so I don't know why he'd need to do that. I guess it could be another language, but my point is like, there's probably enough people where he's from, or where he lives, I guess. No plates. No one put a focus on plate. No one put a focus on selfies. Literally not one person on their team has a self-revive. They have to push into the other team. So on the other side, right? Yep, you got a guy there, and you got guys over there. I mean, the rest of the teams are already rotated. These guys need to move, and they need to move together. I don't think they're going to. I don't think they realize that the guy that was up top is no longer there. I don't think they realize they don't have enough plates. Every one of them is running tempered, though, which is super interesting. A very weird thing I was not expecting to see. That was a real guy. They won. Holy crap. Holy crap. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to do it one more time. We're going to see how it goes. See how much longer we can spectate a bot. Well, we are going to do it again, and this time the guy's name is WFH9DogsJP. So, is this guy real? No. Oh. My boy, what the hell? What was that? I don't understand. Either way, let's go find some autonomous, right? So we don't want to go anywhere near. Whoa. Let's go to Promenade. Or like hospital or, well, there's probably a bunch of people at hospital. We probably want to go Promenade. My guess is they probably don't know how to rotate well. So I think that if I rotate this direction, they might die to storm. Or alternatively, we don't get to see that because it switches us from spectating these guys anyway. Okay. Here we go. Let's see if we can find a bot. I don't want to die to real players. It would really suck if I died to real players. We want to die to a bot. Now, bots should be on the ground. That is a real dude. That is a real dude. That is a real guy. A real guy. Not what I want to do. That's a real guy. God bless my brother. I mean, bots can go up top, right? It's kind of a game of seeing if we can. It's a bot. It's a bot. Come here. Come here, buddy. Come on. Take me away. Campus Tiger took us down. Happens to the best of us. Let's check it out. Give me the name tag. Come on, buddy. So we're still spectating him. All right. We can see level 9. Still spectating. Campus Tiger. How's it going to go? Is it going to change? We're still on him. Okay, so we've got Campus Tiger, who is the only one left alive on his squad. Now, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to switch to the other players on his team, because my nervousness is that if they, well, I hope they win the gulag. If they win the gulag, then when this guy goes to die, we need to switch as fast as possible so that we can spectate as long. Oh, his teammate died. That sucks. Yeah, so if you look at the health, you can see his teammate died. Oh, his teammate's gone. His teammate's gone. It just disconnected the bot. Oh my God. And the other teammate's dead. Well, why is that? I mean, I get why they died, but what? And it left. It's just him. He's just staring at the ground. What is happening? Is it gonna back out? It feels like it's gonna back out. I knew it! I knew it! The bot backed out! What the hell, bro? What is this? What is going on? I don't understand what's happening. Oh my God. And we're in a literal demon lobby. I just watched that guy die. He was level 400 something. This guy's a level 477. His teammate level 54 though. Interesting. So the level 54 got paired with the other ones. This is such a weird experience. Why do they leave? That's what I don't understand. Clearly a bot. I wasn't talking about Fairy, but my boy, are you real? It's very interesting that whenever you start spectating the bots, that's when they start leaving. And I'm wondering, do they do that naturally, right? Are they doing that when people aren't spectating them, or are they doing it when people are spectating them so that the casual players that do die to it, they don't watch a bot. They don't let them know, because they don't want to make the players feel bad. Because if they know that they're dying to a bot, then they're going to feel terrible about the fact that they just died to a bot. So they have those guys back out. Is that what's going on? And I'm like, look, I just think it's weird. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it in any capacity, but I just think that all the thought that went into doing things like this is so scummy, dude. I don't have an issue with people playing casual. I don't see there being anything wrong with it. But the problem that I have is that they want people to not know that they're dying to bots. So as soon as they go to spectate a bot, if they die to a bot in the gulag, they don't spectate the bot no matter what. If they die to a bot in the game, the bot will back out if it doesn't get killed. That's just weird, bro. That's just super, super weird. And it's got me a little tossed, dude. My salad is a little tossed right now. Also, not one of them has a gulag. Wait. So their gulag tokens aren't showing up, but one of them full died. Bad Apple went into the gulag. Fairy here is by himself, while Karma's Keeper is a little bit farther away than you'd want. These are a bunch of real teams at the edge of the circle. Now, the weird thing, by the way, if you think about it technically, a bunch of players could hop into this solo, and you could have a ton of other teams that are real players, but it'll never go past 28 real players. Let me go ahead and switch over to the other guy. So look at this. Karma's Keeper is level 428. He's playing a little slow. Not judging, just an observation. But he's playing a little slow. Now, earlier when we went to spectate him, obviously you were looking at my face, but earlier when we went to spectate, he was slipping and sliding and going demon mode. He's going for his loadout. Level 428. I'm curious if he's playing with the meta weapons, because the last guy was using C9, a crappy one, and a Cypher. So is Keeper, Karma's Keeper, is he going to be playing? Wait. Hold on, I'm just thinking about this. Wait a minute. What if spectating puts you on the best player? Like if your bot doesn't die, what if it switches you to the best player so that you feel like at least you died to someone good? What if that's what's going on? Or like the highest level player in the lobby? I don't know. Maybe there's not that much thought going into it. Maybe I'm overthinking it and Activision doesn't know how to do all that stuff, but it feels like there's something afoot at the Circle K, all right? He's just letting his whole team die while he sits in a corner with an, what is it called? Aims. He obviously is a zombie player, by the way. Clearly. He just missed the guy on his right. So these high-level players are probably from playing zombies, but they still want to play casually because they probably suck at Warzone, which, again, nothing bad about that, but oh, he's just running away. I mean, maybe he's going to buy back his teammates? You can only get one back. Why is he not trying to fight? They're just, I mean, they're bots. They're clearly terrible. It's also weird that he only has 30 rounds in his magazine. I just don't understand this team. Also, they have enough money to buy back their teammate, Sosa the Barber. They're not going for it. You're just leaving, bro. They're not talking. I mean, maybe they are talking, but I thought you could hear that. Oh. What the f just happened? I just watched them for like 2 minutes trying to buy each other back. I don't understand.
Bad representation of Texas there, Bad Apple. If you're gonna rep Texas, make...
Oh my god, he goes, if you're gonna rep Texas. Bro. This is, I mean, this is an experience, man. This is an experience. I'm honestly, this is actually so fun to watch. Spectating is super weird these days, right? Because usually you'll just watch somebody sit in a corner because they're entirely too scared to play. But this guy obviously has things going on in his life outside of the game. He doesn't have a well put together loadout. But he's level 428. Now, a lot of people get upset because they see a higher level player eliminating them. This goes to show that level does not equate to skill. Playing zombies will not make you a good Warzone player. This guy is barely awake right now. I'm barely awake right now, honestly. So they do have a bounty on Price Zigzag, who, based on the name, I would guess is a real player. Now, second engagement, same players that they fought earlier, I'd bet, based on the positioning. Second engagement with these guys. Did they come out on top? I mean, they look like they're lost in the sauce. That guy pulled his chute way too early, but he didn't repeatedly let go and pull his chute again. That was a bot. So Price Zigzag, the name was Price Zigzag and it was still a bot. I just don't know who's who anymore. I really do think that there are people in this game that are dying to bots and saying that they're dying to sweats and they're upset about that. I think that there's people in this game that are truly just upset that they're dying in general. And they feel like it should be a free win to them. It's called casual. It should feel like you're playing a campaign mode. I think that's how people like feel, even if they don't admit to it. And that's okay. There's nothing wrong with it. People get upset whenever I mention this is, technically speaking, a participation trophy mode, because it is. You get free high placement without having to be good at the game, right? That's a participation trophy at the end of the day. But there's never anything wrong with that. I'm not telling people that there's something wrong with that being what's happening, because it is just a dopamine filled match. While you're not respawning, getting killed, respawning, you do get that intense feeling as you get toward the end. Now, I don't personally. I won't get it because I recognize what's going on. It's way below my skill level in 99.9% of scenarios. So I don't really get anything out of this, but spectating the mode has really kind of opened my eyes to how people in what's probably a protected bracket of players truly experience the game. And I hope no one is taking offense to me just checking this out. I know people do, and I'm not gonna apologize for just freaking sitting here watching people play a game. That would be incredibly dumb. And if you really feel some type of way, please don't watch my content ever again. Like, I'm uninterested in seeing you in my comments. But it is just super interesting from someone that has the other side of the perspective. Don't get me wrong, we all started somewhere, but okay. But it's just something that I don't have the ability to see because I'll never be that low skilled. Even if I didn't try at all and I walked around, I would still naturally be better unless I tried to be bad. These are bots. These are straight up bots that are eliminating them right now. Karma's keeper going for the res. He's locked in now. Yeah, I'm telling you, I mean, these guys are struggling against bots that are clearly like barely alive. I love that they get the intenseness though. Like it really does make me happy that this mode allows for players that are lower skilled to hop in and get like that intense feeling from playing Warzone, but they can still be a little bit more casual because there's way more downtime, so they get the opportunity to chat with their friends and stuff like that. They get to play with their friends. I can't imagine hopping on and playing this solo unless my teammates have a microphone. like whatever random teammates I get have a microphone, because it has been fun to do that and kind of help my random teammates get a win. Obviously stats don't count, so it doesn't really matter, but it's been kind of nice because those oh, that's a real guy. Bad Apple's gonna die, bro. They're just gonna let him die too. What the f did I just watch? What the f did I just watch? What just happened? How did he live through that? Man, I know, like, this is real, by the way. This is not me talking down on anybody. It's so frustrating because there's a lot of people that drop in my comments and they fully understand what I'm trying to say. And then there's other people in the comments that are professional victims and they just left Bad Apple, bro. They just left our boy. Oh, Karma's Keeper stuck around. They need to play it up. Wow. I like him being on the roof, though. This is much better. I think the circle is going to be very interesting, too. There's still 20... Holy sh... Look how many freaking players are left. 30 players, but 27 teams. Oh, my God. So what it looks like is when the bots die, sometimes they don't... If there's no money, especially at the beginning of the game, if the bots die and there's no money, they seem to just back out. So what you're getting, I'm guessing, is maybe a few teams. Well, because I'm not spectating, you're probably getting a few teams that are just bots. This has me so lost. Look how fast. Look how fast. Look at the disconnects. Look at the disconnects. Over and over and over, they're disconnecting. So fast. Oh my God. Oh my God. Look at this. I bet another disconnect. There's probably zigzag, just disconnected. Give me more. I know what's gonna happen. Give me more. Noisy cow, just disconnected. Drippin' Joker, QVQ, Prol Snack. So at the end of the game, what ends up happening is that all the bots just start backing out so that it's super easy for people to fight real players. Now there's only 3 teams left. Holy shit, it just went from 30 teams to 3 in a matter of 20 seconds. Oh my God. I want to know the behind the scenes of how this is set up. I want to know what they've done. At 5th circle, they just kick out every bot, regardless of whether or not they're dying. Bro. I mean, these guys win. Like, realistically, they win. It's literally a 4v1. It could be a bot. I mean, it couldn't be a bot. Everbilly was the other bot. Okay, so real player down there. 4v1. Because all the bots backed out. All the bots backing out literally screwed over this guy at the bottom. So what do? There's no option right here. Okay, so Karma's Keeper is not going to be the guy that goes for it. This guy has an SVD. This guy has a Car 98K. Let's go to Bad Apple. Bad Apple's going to be the one that gets the kill. Bad Apple's going full demon mode right now, trying to get this elimination. And the guy just backed out. He just backed out. I have never, in 5 years of spectating Warzone, seen anything like that. Oh my God. Y'all, if you want to see that again, you want to see more spectating casuals, let me know in a comment. Let me know what you want to see next of the spectating casuals. This was insane. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Y'all have an incredible day. I was not expecting that.